little dapper devil. How are you doing today? Hopefully good. If you're not, if you're feeling glum, then come here, little chum chum, and let's read some yum yum, all right? Does that make any sense? I don't really care. Let's read some Reddit. My 29 male girlfriend, 28 female, refuses to wear a dress to my brother's wedding or anywhere else if that matters. Okay, so this girl just doesn't like to wear dresses. Understandable. I, 29 male, have been with my current girlfriend. I love when people say current. I, 29 male, have my current girlfriend, Lisa, 28 female, for a little bit more than 2 years. She's a self-made woman, incredibly successful in everything she does, work, sports, etc. She's the most intelligent, kind, funny, generous person I've ever met. Okay? What's your complaint, Steve? Each and every day, I am amazed at the luck I had to get such a girl to love me. She's a very down-to-earth girl and prefer the outdoors to fancy outings. She hates everything fussy, and she's a bit of a tomboy. I never saw her with makeup or with something fancier than a ponytail. She's self-employed and mostly wears jeans, t-shirts, and hoodies. Even wearing dress pants and a blouse for meeting clients is a huge event. Since my previous girlfriend was typically girly girl, pink princess, fashionista, drama queen, brackets, don't get me started, I find Lisa extremely refreshing. Okay, great. She sounds fantastic. As for our relationships, I moved into her house last year and was thinking about proposing sometime next spring. However, with the current state of affairs, I don't know what to think about. Well, everything. Is this literally going to be about a dress and you're rethinking everything? Okay. We've been invited to my brother's wedding. It's a very formal black tie event in the classiest venue around all the towns. When I told Lisa we would have to go shopping for clothes, she expressed her disdain for formal events. I jokingly told her I was looking forward to the wedding so I could see her for the first time all dressed up in a beautiful dress, heels, hair done, etc. She looked at me like I told the least funniest joke in the history of mankind and said she's not going to wear a dress, period. No discussion. I said, it's a black tie event, so every woman will wear a dress. Steve, pull it back, okay? You're being a little crazy right now, all right? Dresses are not mandatory for women. Newsflash. She said, I don't understand. She doesn't wear dresses or skirts. She doesn't wear makeup. She doesn't wear heels. At first I thought I could persuade her, but she, the queen of stubbornness, one of her bigger qualities, sometimes becomes her biggest fault. I talk about her reactions to her parents. They laughed at me when I told them that I might be able to persuade her to change her mind. What? It's like she knows who she is. She's very comfortable with herself. Why would you want to change that? Like where I'm coming from is like you could wear like what she wears, like a really nice like pantsuit or like a nice blouse and like really nice, like you can get like a really nice wide leg pant. Like you can look really fancy in not a dress or like a jumpsuit. Like parents think it's ridiculous. Told me that the last time Lisa wore a dress, she was maybe 5 years old and even that was a hassle to get her to do. After that, she threatened to disrobe if someone forced her to wear a dress. Even her beloved grandparents couldn't convince her to wear one. Her friends told me the same things. They stopped trying long ago. Why are people trying to get her to wear a dress? What the fuck is happening right now? I tried to have a serious discussion with Lisa to find the source of her disdain against dresses and skirts. Maybe there's a hidden trauma or something. Or maybe she just doesn't like dresses. What? I probed and asked. All I can get is, I don't wear dresses because I don't like wearing dresses. Same thing with heels and makeup. Fair enough. Every day it's the same reason over and over. Maybe because that's the reason, Steve. Did you ever think of that? I thought maybe it was some weird case of body shame, which would be a shame in itself because she has a killer body. I tried this approach, but she saw right through my strategy and assured me she knows she would look stunning in a dress. Yes, she does. She just doesn't wear dresses. I even offered to pay for it. She laughed again because she makes way more money than I and could easily afford any dress she liked. I also offered a trade. She could make me do anything she want, any improvement she wish on myself in exchange of her wearing a dress to my brother's wedding. Dude, this is getting so weird and superficial. Like, what if she was to agree to that and be like, yeah, could you like stop wearing your hair like that? Or could you grow your hair like 3 inches because I hate it. Like, you're just creating such an unhealthy thing in your relationship right now. And she simply answered that she'll never ask for someone to change something about themselves for her because she would hate being asked the same thing. We love this queen on this channel. Yesterday was a breaking point. I was tired of not making any progress and simply pled to please wear a dress for a couple of hours. It's a small sacrifice. Everybody will be happy to see her there. And after that, no more dresses. I was on my knees at this point, nearly crying. Dude, grow up. Her answer hurt more than I could care to admit. She said, I am not wearing a dress to to your brother's wedding. It has nothing to do with your brother, nor with you or anyone else for that matter. I don't wear dresses because I don't like to, and nobody will change that. I put up with you those last weeks hoping you would get the message, but at this point, and I am annoyed beyond end, that you don't understand. Now hear me, if I can wear dress pants and a blouse to a wedding, I will attend. If I have to wear a dress, then I'll have to tell your brother and fiance that sadly I cannot attend their wedding due to personal circumstance. I'm gonna be the devil's advocate. I will be the devil's advocate, even though I'm kind of just like, yes, queen, yes! Would I miss somebody's wedding because I'd have to like wear a tank top or a dress that doesn't have sleeves? No. I would swallow my pride and just be like, all right, whatever. She's really standing on business. I think she's like, at this point, it's just like a principle. And it's almost like, it'd be nicer if he was like, hey, like, yeah, no, I get it. And you should be able to wear what you want. But it seems like they have a pretty strict dress code, which we still don't know about, by the way. That's what we need to know. And like, you're not supporting her in any way, you know? You're just like, I'd really actually like to see you in this. You need to wear this. You're like pushing, and like trying to change her and stuff. And I feel like it's just putting her off even more, so I kind of understand where she's coming from. I'll continue to read. Then she stopped for a moment, took a deep breath, and said, you know, those last weeks really made me reconsider us as a couple. I understand your point of view, and I know how frustrating I can be, but my decision was made way before you were even in my life. Another episode like that would probably mean the end, at least for me. I'd thought about breaking up with you during those last weeks, to be honest, but I couldn't do it. I didn't have it in me to throw the last 2 years to pieces because of this. I don't know if it means the end for us. You have all the rights to be angry at me and wouldn't blame you if you leave. I feel like there's just something so much deeper than this. And I kind of get that from the way this is written. Like, he's like, you can be excited to see your partner like dressed differently, or like, ooh, I'd like to see what you'd look like all done up. Like, you know, Caleb doesn't wear suits or whatever, so would it be cool to like see him dress up and be all fancy? Sure. Would I expect that? No. I don't know. It's just like the way he's going about this is wrong. I understand that there can be compromise and stuff, and that's very important. And being able to like put your own pride away and just like suck it up and do something for other people, I understand that. But there's just something else here that's making me side with her more so than this guy. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just being like a little bit, it's a little too close to my heart. Let me know what you guys think. There's still a lot more though. Let's keep reading. I slept on the couch last night just to be alone and think. Lisa tried to change my mind, but I told her I needed some time by myself to think. She let out a sad chuckle and told me that I'm welcome in bed anytime I want, and said she's not angry at me. I've already RSVP'd to my brother and told him we will be there as a couple. My brother and his fiance absolutely adore Lisa, and I know they will be disappointed if she cannot make it, as are my parents and most of my family. But even more than my brother's wedding, it leaves me worried about our future as a couple. We had 2 years of pure bliss. I understand couples fight sometimes, but such a huge fight for something as petty? What does it say about the strength of our relationship if she was nearly ready to break up with me because of a dress? Yeah, and I feel like it's one way or the other. It's like either she's at her wit's end because this isn't the first time she's been asked to like change herself for you, or maybe she's just really stubborn and she's not willing to compromise. Deep down inside me, I know a potential breakup would devastate me. I had my share of failed relationships, but never was with a girl like Lisa. I know it would be rough for her, but she wouldn't be destroyed like I would. And this hurt more, I think. I know she loves me, and everybody who knows her told me I must be something special for her to consider a long-term relationship with me. Everyone was beyond surprised when she offered I moved in with her. So, I don't even know what is my question precisely. Maybe someone could offer some outside perspective. Are we doomed to fail? Should I accept her quirks and live happily ever after, or should I move on and find somebody else? I feel like she's definitely stubborn, and she's definitely like in her ways. She's very confident. She knows who she is. I'm jealous, to be honest. She sounds amazing and you love her and everything. And I think she takes that to heart when I feel like people around her have tried to change her many times. So this might just be like a one that's just really close to her heart. And she's like, no, like stop. Like this isn't necessary. Like if there's no set, you have to wear a dress. It's like, why do I have to wear makeup and I have to wear this? Like you don't have to wear makeup to a black tie event, you know? So I get that. And then to the guy's side, I'm just like, he's just asking to, you know, let's just get dressed up. I know it's not something you usually like to do, but I feel like for him, it's more appearances. And maybe he doesn't realize that it might be a little bit of like he needs other people to see him and his girlfriend a certain way. And if they see him with his girlfriend in a different way, like if she's like slightly more casual, he won't like how he's perceived. And I think that might be the problem here. And maybe he's just not thinking about it at all. Like he's just like, no, you're a girl, you must wear a dress. Like maybe it's caveman. Like maybe it really is that, like not that deep. And he's just like, girl, wear a dress and makeup. You know, I don't know. But let's see what the comments say. Sounds to me like she's not the only stubborn one. Look, she doesn't want to wear a dress or makeup or heels. There is literally no precedence where she has worn these things. She doesn't want to do it. She's willing to compromise with an outfit that will match the occasion, if not your expectations. From an outsider's perspective, yes, you're being ridiculous and trying to fit her into a mold that she won't fit into. Okay, yeah, then I feel less crazy, because that's kind of what I'm seeing it. It's just like, dude, why are you pushing so hard? Jesus. She made it abundantly clear on how she stands with the issue and is now getting rightfully upset that you are ignoring her boundaries. Buy a dress for yourself if you want to be half of a couple where one person is wearing one. Otherwise, leave off or you'll lose her. Okay, yeah, that's kind of how I feel. You knew she only wore slacks. You knew it soon after you met her, when you dated, when you moved into her home. You know she only wears slacks or pants. So why did you put so much energy into trying to change a decision she made when she was 5 years old? If she has habits that are detrimental to her or your health, then that's one thing to be considered about. But if she chooses her style to not include dresses, well, that's her decision. Frankly, I'm sort of upset she hasn't kicked you out of her house yet. I feel more validated. Man, I feel validated when I reread it, to tell you what. Because sometimes I'm like, am I the problem? Is it me? Turns out it's not. All right, so we have an edit/update thing, and it says, the answers in this thread made it painfully clear I was in the wrong all the time, and for the wrong reasons. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Never have I best understanded than now. I will go home and tell Lisa I am sorry for being so stubborn about a stupid dress, and that I'll never ever try to get her to do things she doesn't want just because I'm afraid to be ashamed or that people will laugh at her. Don't say that you think people will laugh at her. I'd hold that back, but you should apologize for sure. Then I will call my brother and tell him that Lisa plans on wearing dress pants and a blouse to the wedding. And if that poses a problem, well, we'll have to pass. I cannot thank everyone enough for the perspective your answers you gave me. The sentences don't have words that should be there, by the way, so I'm struggling through this. What I thought was a huge problem was just me being a dick. Good job, Steve. And I agree with everyone in this thread who said I have bigger issues about myself to deal with. Being told so frankly by random internet strangers is more humbling than I thought. There you go. And we have an update, so let's read it. I went back home after work Monday night, and first thing I did was apologize for my behavior to Lisa. I told her I was really sorry for pestering her about those last weeks to make her do something she didn't want to do. I told her I realized it doesn't matter at all for me if she doesn't wear a dress. True, she can rock absolutely anything and be stunning, and that I was more worried about what my extended family would think of her, and myself, by ricochet. It's something that's obviously very important for her and not important at all for me. I should have respected her choice. She also apologized for telling me she thought about breaking up, because even if she did thought about it, I think you need to go to back to school or something. Because even if she did think about it, she couldn't go with it. And it was unfair to let me know, especially as means to an end to our arguments. From the answer in my first post, nearly half said she was in the right and I was childish, and the other half said I was in the right and she was childish. I was apparently downvoted to hell by both parties too. Well, I agree with everybody. The fact is, Lisa is stubborn. It's part of who she is, and it's part of why I love her so much. Without the stubbornness, Lisa wouldn't be Lisa, and it's perfectly fine with me. We're not perfects, but she put up with my flaws too. Also, in my previous post, some people were outraged at what she offered to wear, describing it as business casual. I saw the outfit and it's very formal. Black flowy pants, someone called them palazzo pants, I believe, white satin blouse, and long black cardigan thing that doesn't close in front in a very fine material with some sparkle in it, and shiny black leather flats. Sorry about the terms, woman fashion, blah, blah, blah. That sounds great. That sounds very nice. So back to Lisa on Monday night. She said we should ask my brother and her fiance if they are comfortable with her wearing pants, because it's their wedding, so they should have the last word. So yesterday I called them and told them about it. My brother quickly passed the phone to his fiance, since she's in charge of those things. He doesn't care at all. If it was only for him, he would have eloped. So I asked my brother's fiance, and she said that she would have been more surprised seeing Lisa in a dress than her showing in pants. This is all you in your head and thinking this is so dumb, and that it wouldn't offend her at all. We both agree that some people may try to make some negative remarks, but it's the general consensus that Lisa can handle that without trouble, and that anyway, knowing the extended family, everything is not up to their standard will be a scandal, so what's a pair of pants gonna change? So we're all going to my brother's wedding, me in a tux and Lisa in her outfit, which according to my brother's fiance is awesome. This should have been handled years ago, okay? This is ridiculous. And since we're all in the wedding discussions, I told Lisa I was planning to propose sooner than later. We are going shopping for rings sometime after my brother's wedding. As for our wedding ceremony, we agreed on having a small ceremony next summer at her family's cottage with her grandparents, parents, siblings, and close friends, maybe 30 people total. Since it's a small island in the middle of a lake nowhere, we have the perfect excuse to have a small, casual, and intimate ceremony. Honestly, we couldn't fit everybody there, even if we wanted to. Everyone else will receive a postcard from our honeymoon destination saying, "We happily married on XX date, and please don't send gifts." I'm glad it worked out. I wish you guys just like asked before, or I wish you asked to be like, "Hey, my girlfriend, she doesn't wear dresses. I know you guys know this. Is it cool if she wears this?" And they would have been like, "Yeah, what? Of course. Lisa never wears dresses. We wouldn't expect that." And you'd be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I was being silly." This just could have all been solved a lot sooner, but I'm glad it came to a good ending. And I was surprised that you guys potentially would have broken up over this, but if you did, there would have been other stuff going on. But I'm glad you guys worked it out. Oh, that's awful. Oh my god, I just read this title. This is diabolical. I, male 23, fucked up and told my girlfriend, female 21, of 18 months that she does the least out of all my exes. Dude, you're 23. How many exes you got? And also, that's crazy. So a little background information. I've been with my girlfriend for a year and a half. She's my longest relationship, and I'm very much in love with her. She's beautiful, funny, smart, and some days I can't believe I ended up being so lucky. What are you gonna complain about now, okay? I have had 4 relationships in the past, none of them lasting even a year. She had a friends with benefits relationship in the past, so I'm her first real relationship. And at times it feels like she's my first real relationship as well. We go to the same school and we're living together as well, which is a big first for both of us. It all started when we were snuggling in bed after a long day. I asked her, "Do I do more for you than he did?" Why the fuck would you ask that? That's crazy work. She replies, "Of course," and kisses me. Okay, she's more level-headed than me. That's fine. She then asks me the same question, and I idiotically reply, "Oh god, no wonder. This is why you've had so many other ones. Well, other than my fling, you do the least for me." That's diabolical. She instantly stops cuddling, what? And looks at me with a what the fuck face, like I was joking. Honestly, I should have said I was joking. Yeah, Bruce, whatever the fuck your name is, but I didn't. She then asks what the hell I'm talking about. We argue for a long time, and it basically culminates in asking her what she has done for me. She says she can't think of things on the spot because she doesn't keep track and does nice things for me because she wants to. After thinking about it for a few minutes, she mentions how she pays for over half our meals and always offers to help with rent when I'm short. I tell her that's nice, but ask her when she has gone out of her way to do things for me. Oh, great. You're 23 and you're tallying? Dude, this is bad news bears, dude. This is bad news bears. She then says she bought me food and a box of Red Bull for me while I was studying. I tell her that the place where she bought the food is 5 minutes away from where we live. What, would you like her to go to Mexico to get you authentic Mexican food? And she was going to Target anyways, so buying Red Bull is not out of the way for her. Okay. Here, wait. Let me get something for you, Bruce. Let me get something. There you go, pretty princess. Oh, here you go, sir. Oh, there's your crown, pretty princess. I hate people on Reddit, I swear to God. And then, I remind her when she had food poisoning, I drove 20 whole minutes out of the way to get her food. Oh my God, somebody give this man a castle. My girlfriend at this point became livid and told me that I don't appreciate her, and just because she doesn't make a big deal out of what she does for me doesn't mean she doesn't do them. She asked me angrily why I'm even with her if she does the least for me, to which I reply, I love you and I don't feel this way about anybody else. She rolls her eyes and tells me I should just be with my exes because she tries her hardest right now with her crazy schedule. I try to apologize to her, but she isn't listening and goes to sleep. In the morning, we wake up and try giving her a hug, which she resists. No fucking shit, dude. I go shower and she gets up and leaves without even speaking to me. Usually she's back to normal after sleeping. Normally she just resets after we go to sleep like a robot. But this time, I don't know. I think there's consequences for my actions. This is the first time I've seen her still pissed off in the morning and I don't know what to do. I've tried texting her, but she's ignoring all my texts. I just want to fix this, but I'm not sure how. Buddy. So I'm gonna go ahead and say you need to apologize. You need to say you were wrong, and you need to say I should not be keeping tallies of what I do for you and what you do for me, because it's very unhealthy in relationships. And as long as we both love each other and are both actively always trying to some capacity in this relationship, we're gonna be all right. But I assume you're not gonna say that, and I hope that you break up because she deserves better, I think. But let's see what the comments say. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm not gonna bash you and call you a dick like a lot of people on here are doing, just because I want to make sure you don't just write this comment off, okay? Yeah, so a lot of comments just call him a dick, which... fair, honestly. Another comment says, learning is fun, isn't it? OP says, it sure is painful. But we have an update. So I hope he owns his shit. I hope he learns from this, because this is just a really bad quality to have for every relationship going forward. So let's see. Update. Next day. I didn't expect my post to get the attention it did. Thank you to everyone who commented and called me an asshole, dick, etc., etc. So I got what I deserved, which should make everyone happy. It does a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. My girlfriend finally came home last night after ignoring me the entire day. I asked her if she got my texts and calls, and she said yes. She then started packing her bags, and I asked her what she's doing. She said she booked a last-minute bus back to where she was from and is going to spend the holidays there. She told me she really needs a break from me and time to think over our relationship. I did everything I could to try to convince her to stay, but she wouldn't budge on her decision. She then broke the news that she wants to go no contact until she gets back from winter break so she won't be distracted, which devastated me. She blocked me from pretty much every form of communication to make it easier. We have never not been in communication for even 24 hours. I asked her about the status of our relationship, and she says she doesn't know and will talk about it when she gets back. So I'll be spending the holidays alone this year in a relationship limbo. Merry Christmas, everyone. I don't blame her, because that's like, that said a lot about who you are as a person, like saying that, and not just immediately apologizing or saying you're joking, or just like being constructive. There's a way to be constructive if you're thinking like, if she really isn't doing stuff, I guess, but this was just gone about in just all the wrong ways. I don't blame her. You didn't say you apologized in here or like owned it. You said you tried to convince her to stay, but you didn't say like, I apologize profusely. I said I shouldn't have said any of that, all this stuff. But maybe she's already like, maybe she's just like, no, she needs time, and I think that's good. I think you need the time to think about what you did, and she has every right to take the time to think about what you did. So I don't know. Yeah, is this the only one? Is this the only? Oh no, is that it? Oh, we don't know. Oh my God, somebody linked a book, The Emotionally Abusive Relationship, for him to read. Maybe he should get it though, like maybe. Brutal. But I think I'm gonna end it there. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, let me know what you think.